Hi guys, so another thing that I'm asked a lot on is how many local landing pages should you have? Or people say, I've saw this guy and he basically covers every area in the whole of the UK or the US or wherever you may be. And the answer is you can have as many local landing pages as you want. The right answer is you should be having all of these pages unique to some degree, and they should all be handwritten by you or one of your teams. However, you've heard everyone talk about mass page builders and how they work and what they do. So I'm going to touch on it now. I'm not suggesting for a second that you should use a mass page builder. That is really down to you. But a good friend of mine, his name's James, has a website and he has basically got an article on mass page builders. Now, why am I showing you his and not mine? Well, I don't need to create a page, he already has, and it showcases the mass page creators that are out there. So what is mass page building? What you're basically doing is creating a whole bunch of pages that are going to be spun, mixed up or whatever. They're all going to say the same thing, but it's all going to be spun in some way. Now, people tend to build these in age domains and stuff like that, but it's up to you where you want to do it. Now, what are the best mass page builder tools that are out there? Now, on here you've got Sitesy, SERP Shaker, Page Generator Pro, SERP Farm, Local Pages Ninja, Local Business Page Builder, Workhorse SEO plugin, and the Magic Page plugin. These are the ones that James has reviewed, and you can actually go to his mass page builder website and he's got videos on them all and what they do. Now, there's a number of different ones here and they'll show you how to create mass pages. You've got SERP Shaker, Done For You Locate. There's actually Done For You location sites as well through someone called Sitesy, and these guys basically do the job for you. Now, what mass page builders is basically creating a massive amount of landing pages in minutes, and it would normally take a team of writers months to do it. Now, some people have varying degrees of success with this. Nothing's going to be doing it the right way and taking months to do it and adding unique content. However, in certain areas for certain niches and low competition niches, this strategy can work very well for you. Now, I know guys out there who've literally got 20,000 pages on their website for local areas where there's little to no competition. And even though the content on these is 99% duplicate, it still ranks because there's nothing else in that area that you would want to, that Google can really push there for that search term. So that is where mass page builders can work in really weak niches or in areas that are just not covered that well by many other people. Now, if you look at the likes of Ahrefs or SEMrush, they will tell you that that particular search term gets zero search volume. Now, if you try and test this, you will find out that people do search hyper-local and they will drive traffic to your website. Now, some guys even use mass page builders, and what they'll do is put this out at the start, and then for some of the most competitive areas that they have on there that just don't rank, they will go in and add unique content to those pages, which is going to eliminate any duplication, and they can start to rank that stuff while the rest of the stuff is likely to rank. Now, these mass page builders do work very well. People are doing it because people are lazy. Now, a lot of people out there will tell you this can't work, it's impossible to work, and stuff like that. If you haven't tried it, it's something you can test. As I say, really up to you whether you want to do it or not. Now, people can do this for local lead gen and everything else, and there's a massive amount of things that you want to do, or a massive amount of areas that you want to cover. Now, the Magic Page plugin, you basically install the plugin, add the content to your Magic Page, and then set the radius that you want to cover. And basically, it will have a whole, in the likes of United Kingdom, there's actually 48,000 areas in the United Kingdom. Cyprus, there's 647, and so on. Obviously, India, America, are far superior. I think the US, there's 180,000, or nearly 181,000 locations included within that plugin. So someone has set up all of these locations for you on the back end of that particular plugin, and that is what's going to happen. You add your content, it's going to spin it all around, and it's going to work very well for you, and it can cost you X amount of money per month. And there's a lot of guys out there that have used it with varying degrees of success. And what I would say is that unless you want to fall behind the competition, you really need to do something sometimes in certain areas to kind of beat people, and these mass page builders can work very well. So mass page builders can work. Just remember, if it's going to be competitive areas, is this spun duplicate content going to rank for something in London? Absolutely not. But you can basically blanket 48,000 areas in the UK or 180,000 areas in the US, and then probably work on your top 20 areas and make those more unique, and you're probably going to get a whole bunch of rankings and a whole bunch of traffic from the rest of that stuff. So it's going to build a lot of power to your website. How many areas you cover is entirely up to you, but do consider mass page builders if you're doing lead gen, if you want to give yourself a quick start. Of course, there's always an element of risk, and it might not be for you. You may only want to cover 5 areas, 10 areas, 20 areas, and that's entirely fine. But it wouldn't be right for me not to talk about this, because it's something that many other people in the industry are doing, and people are often thinking, how the hell did they do that? So that is essentially how they're doing it, and that's some of the reasons why they're getting away with it.